Assalamualaikum and good day. This is Ma'am Siti Aina Pandapatan. Welcome to our discussion for the Week 6 learning material in English 1. Our topic for today or for this session is about the reading process. Later on, we will be discussing about the reading comprehension and the levels of it. So, in reading process, re- um, we cannot deny that reading is a prerequisite for personal and mental growth, right? Students like you need to develop or master the skills needed to understand or comprehend reading materials such as books for your studies. Reading is not only decoding the printed words but also knowing the meaning as well as giving our reactions and views about them. Reading, according to Roldan 1993, is the bringing of meaning to rather than the gaining of meaning from the printed page. Okay, again, as reiterated by Roldan 1993, reading is the bringing of meaning to the printed page rather than the gaining of meaning from it. This goes to say that you are the one, as a reader, who builds the meaning of the text. Okay? The meaning is interpreted by you. It is not the text from itself. That is according to Roldan 1993. Therefore, the first step in improving your reading comprehension is to understand what comprehension means. Comprehension, as defined again by Roldan 1993, is comprehending what you read means that you understand the printed symbols before you in terms that have meaning for you, that relate to you. This seems so very complex, right? But in other words, this means that the extent of your knowledge or experience is the basis for your comprehension or non comprehension of what you read. Again, the extent of your knowledge or experience is the basis for your comprehension. That is according to Roldan again. So the first level, we have the different levels of reading comprehension. The first level is the literal level. In literal level, the comprehension level is the understanding of the ideas or facts in the selection. Um, it is also known as reading the lines, and this level of reading involves getting answers to information gathering questions like who, what, when, and where. Okay, so here are the specific reading skills at the literal level of comprehension. We have identifying and remembering significant details or facts. We have following accurately specific written or printed instructions and following the sequence and relationships of ideas. That's in the literal level. So it means it is just the superficial reading. Okay? So we have here again the inferential level, which is the second level of reading comprehension. In inferential comprehension level, it is the understanding of facts in not directly stated in what you read. The answers to why and how questions often fall under this level because you have to get the implied meaning. That is why this level is called reading between the lines. How and why questions fall under the literal level if the answers are directly stated in the selection. Again, how and why questions fall under the literal level if the answers are directly stated in the selection. When you infer, you interpret available information as objectively as you can using previous experiences as basis. Okay, so avoid including avoid including your personal biases so that you inference that so that your inference will not become an opinion or a sentiment. Again, in inferential level, you interpret available information as objectively as you can using your previous experiences as your basis. And please do avoid your personal biases, so that your inference will not become an opinion or a sentiment. They are different, okay? So, inferences can be categorized into four. It could be an assumption, conclusion, generalization, or a prediction. Assumptions are statements which are accepted as true and which do not need to be tested. Predictions, in the other hand, is according to Kranz and Kimmelman, are statements about future behavior or action. In making conclusions, you draw together factual evidence into a statement about the nature of phenomenon. And okay, in other words, a conclusion is a judgment inferred from evidence. Okay, here is also the third level of reading comprehension. We have the critical reading. Critical comprehension level is reading where you need to draw conclusions or make judgments based on the facts given and the ideas implied in the reading material. This often involves answering questions on characterization or on the style of the writer. To be able to critically read, you must read very carefully, at times slowly and objectively. Um, To be able to read critically, you must read very carefully, at times slowly, and objectively analyze and weigh the author's intent or purpose, his point of view, his language, his style of presentation, and the appropriateness of the devices he uses to achieve his purpose. As you read, you pass judgment on the quality, consistency, relevance, accuracy, and intellectual worthiness of the material. Thus, critical reading looks at two things: the author, okay, you're looking at the author, and what he is saying. Okay, again, in critical reading, you look at the author and what he is saying. Okay, so moreover, the reading skills involved in this level are the following. We have identifying cause and effects, distinguishing facts from opinions, identifying similarities and differences, classifying things and others, and forming judgments on the author's idea. Again, in this level, you look at the two things, the author and what he is saying. Okay, we have also the next level, the creative level. Okay, in creative level, um, reading comprehension involves the integration of ideas. Okay, again, it involves the integration of ideas being read with prior knowledge and experience so that new ideas and deeper insights are formed. While creative reading requires an imaginative mind, this level of reading cannot happen without first understanding what the writer is saying. Creative Okay, creative reading does not only require an inquisitive and imaginative mind, but also needs analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, and the ability to achieve a unique view of situation or event. You also integrate your own experiences with what the writer is saying. This, according to Reldan 1993, is the most rewarding type of reading because you can create something entirely new from the interaction of the ideas, right? So yours and the authors, okay? You're referring to that interaction between you as a reader and the author's ideas. And in this level, you are expected to arrange the author's ideas into new patterns, enlarging their scope or combining them with your own ideas. So this is the creative level. You as a reader is creative enough in reading, okay, because you are putting something in the text. It is not only the author who contributes the meaning to the text, but also you as a reader, and also you as a reader who is creative enough in constructing that meaning. Okay, so let's proceed to the valuing level, which is, I think, the last level of the reading comprehension. This involves skills like recognizing the personal philosophy of the author and the theme of the selection. These values are not directly stated in the selection, but they are implied. Hence, the learners realize their importance in actual life. Again, the meaning here is implied, and the learners, or you, the readers, realize their importance in actual life, because again, this is the valuing level. You are going to value what have you read. Okay, so this valuing comprehension level is often called reading beyond the lines. You make use of ideas you get from the selection and apply them on situations in life similar to the situations in the selection. So in here, there is an involvement of the story of your life, because you are making similarities, you are making connections with it. You're making connections with what the text has given to you, or what the text is being implied. Okay, so that is the valuing level. So let's review. We have the levels of reading comprehension. The first one is the literal level. The second is the inferential level. The third one is what's the third one? We have the literal, the inferential, and the critical level. The fourth one is the creative level, and the last one is the valuing level. I hope you do understand our lesson for this session, and I think that would be all. Thank you for listening.